Hi, folks. Welcome to Ferrum Wrestling 411. I'm your host, Gary Holden. With me, of course, head wrestling coach Nate Yetzer. Nate,
what's up, Gary?
Welcome back.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, so we got a couple of matches under our belt. Let's go back to the beginning of the season. We wrestled Washington Lee University on November 3rd at home.
Last Saturday, yep.
Tough setback. Came down to the wire and everything. Lost it in the last match. 19-15 loss and everything, but had some good things happen in that match as well. Beat a couple ranked wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, I think. I think Washington Lee, you could see them. They're getting better and better every year we wrestled them. And kind of closing the gap, and they're getting a lot more talent now, and so I knew they'd be a handful. And it's great for wrestling and for the area too. Greensboro's getting a lot better, Averett's getting better, and Southern Virginia's got a few good guys, and so I think. I think the competition is getting better in the area, so it's great for wrestling. I love it because it starts to build rivals and all that, and that's good for wrestling.
It's got to be tough for recruiting too, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely, it's hurt us a little bit as far as just depth. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty confident in our staff and developing guys and out recruiting guys as well too. So, but I was really happy with our effort. I thought our effort was outstanding, especially having 4 freshmen in the lineup, first time competing, first time down the weight too. I mean, at wrestle-offs we had +5,
right. So
you kind of get a true gauge of where we're at, and we kind of the week before we kind of sitting down looking because Antigua and Leary wouldn't be ready to go, Colin Saunders wouldn't be able to go, so we kind of sat down as a staff and kind of figured out what's our best way to go out there and win the dual meet, because obviously we want to win, and we felt like bumping Tolbert up to 65, Blake to 84, and Braden Holmes to 97 would give us the best chance of winning. And
you got 3 wins out of those guys.
Right, yeah. I wanted to win 2 out of 3. I thought if we won 2 out of 3, and then one either 41 or 57, I thought we'd win the dual meet. And to be honest, we won all 3 of those. We won 41, lost 57, and we still lost dual meet. It's kind of surprising a little bit.
Right.
But,
and if I'm not mistaken, it looked like you had 5 freshmen in the lineup. I see you had freshmen at 125, 133, 149, 165.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
And
Okay.
197.
Yeah. I forgot about 65. Yeah. So, but we have 5 freshmen in the lineup, and I mean, still though, those guys are. I mean, those are all good guys. So like, and they're fairly young too. So I mean, for us, I try not to use that as an excuse, because our guys are training hard. They're ready to go. So
sure. And you've seen, like what you said, Washington Lee has been coming along the last couple of years. I think having Ferrum, a strong program and everything, I think that forces other schools to say, okay, we've got the bar's been raised. We need to stay with that bar.
Absolutely. No, I think I take it as a compliment. Like teams, if you're a competitive coach, you want to we have a target on our back, so to speak. I guess because I don't think we've never lost to Washington Lee. We've never lost to Greensboro, never lost to Averett. Obviously, Averett's a new program, but in Southern Virginia. So, I think we have, that's kind of the, I'm not being arrogant, but I think that, they're done for us, which is good.
And you literally did have a target on your back. You were ranked number 11 in the nation.
Right.
We're still, as of right now, the Matt Talk, I guess, online, still got us ranked number 11 and everything.
Yeah.
So you guys have still got that target. So a couple big wins for you guys. Let me mention here Mario Vasquez over Zach Bilkabashi.
Yep.
Bilkabashi's been a two-time NCAA qualifier, and he was the outstanding wrestler at the regional last year, right?
Yeah. Beat a returning national champion and in the semis, and I think he won the finals fairly easy. Yeah, I mean Mario, he's been excited about that match, all preseason, and it was a great opportunity for him to go out there and showcase how hard he's been working and the changes he's made in his wrestling, and it obviously showed. I think a lot of our guys left their foot off the gas the last period. They left some energy on the mat, and when we could have got some majors. There was 4 matches we could have got majors, and we didn't any of them. So that would have been a difference in the dual meet.
2 of them were within like a point or 2 of being majors and everything. So all right, so let's move along. You wrestled last weekend.
Tolbert and Blake, they both beat ranked guys too. Were guys that I think Tolbert beat a guy that was the regional champion 2 years ago at his weight. And
And
then should have majored him. And then Blake, obviously bumping up a weight, wrestled a very tough Rex Halliburton. And
took him down in overtime.
Yep. And Blake's made jumped to levels this offseason. And you could see it, and that was he showcased it there. So
well, he's not someone that surprises me because, like I said, that guy's been in the 3rd and 4th place match 2 years in a row.
Right.
He's been one match away from going to the NCAA tournament, so I'm not surprised at anything I see coming out of him.
Right, and he's way better this year. I mean, I think he's stronger. He's a better wrestler. He can scramble now, and you know, I think he's. I'm very excited about him.
Tolber looks solid too. He
right,
just,
absolutely.
I mean, that was his match to
yeah,
control, and he
dismantled it. You know, dismantled that guy, which is good. And you know, that guy's kind of been a thorn in his side a little bit. You know, he got majored by the kid last year. To come back and should have majored him this year. It says a lot about, you know, the work he's put in the offseason as well.
Sure. Yep. Well, let's move on to the next wrestling venue. You went down to the Cougar Open this weekend. You had 2 champs. 5 were in the finals. That had to be a pretty good sign for you.
Yeah, I think obviously we sat a bunch of guys. I think it's at 6 starters or 5 starters, but yeah, I was excited to see young guys compete, get out there. Some of the guys, it was their first college match, first time down the weight, and I was, you know, very, very pleased with the overall effort. You know, I think there's a lot of wrestling we need to get better at, but really, really pleased. 25 was a fun weight. You know, just you know, Jalen White, you know, is outstanding freshman. He came in there and made it to the finals, and he lost to a really good Sam Braswell from Averett, who was, you know, had a great season last year. I think the kid won like 25 or 30 matches last year.
Sure, high scoring match too, 11-10.
Yep. I think we were down by 4. With you know, about 15 seconds, 20 seconds to go, or maybe a little more than that, and Jalen threw him, and you know, got a 6-point move, and didn't ride him at the end. Should have rode him at the end, but you know, the kid got away and scored on him right away, and you know, that was the difference in the match, obviously. But you know, Jalen's only going to get better as he gets bigger and stronger. He's only going to get better. So
as he gets to learn how to finish matches out and everything, that'll be a big difference. But you also had a guy come back, so that was a second place finish for him.
Yeah.
CJ Kramer came back. He lost, but came back and won a bunch of matches to get to the third place match and then win it.
Yeah, I mean, CJ's super talented. He's gonna be fine. You know, I was really proud of him bouncing back, losing first round, I think, or second round, and coming all the way back through to take third, and really opening up and you know, dominating this whole way through. To be honest with you. Once he gets his offense going, he's really, really, really good. You know, really talented, and he's just got to believe in himself and believe in his offense, and continue to make changes to get better.
Well, in those last 2 matches, his consolation semifinal, 16-4 major decision. Consolation finals, a third place match, 14-6. So posted major decision.
Yeah, posted up a lot of points. That's what we appreciate our guys. You got to put up some points. Have fun.
Had a couple guys in at 133. Stephen Muller, your returner there. Stephen came back and had had 1 pin, and then posted a major decision. So he came out with a 2 mark on the day.
He did well. It's his first time down at 33 since last year. You know, and Nichols is obviously, you know, he only wrestled 1 or 2 matches last year.
Chris Nichols,
coming back from shoulder injury, and so both those guys, I mean, they still got a lot of proving to do, and just getting used to the weight. But I'm excited about both those guys. So
okay. To move up to 141, you had a couple guys in that weight class. Vasquez went all the way through, major decision in the semifinals, reached the championship, got beat by a pretty good kid from NC State. Looks like.
Kid is, you know, and I think Mario gave the guy a little too much respect. You know, I think Mario scored first. I think he was the first one to score, and you know, banged his knee up a little bit, but you know, competed hard. And I just think, I think he's got to realize, you know, he's just as good as that kid. And you know, but I was pretty happy. He got down early in a couple matches and came back and dominated. So
next weight class, you just unloaded it pretty much. Dropped 5 guys into the weight class, and so I like our chances there. We put that many in there, but Colin Saunders just. Complete domination in that tournament. If there was an outstanding wrestler for this tournament, this would have clearly been the decision right here. 2 pins, a major decision in the semifinals, a major decision in the finals. Yeah,
he looked really good, looked really sharp, and you know, I think the difference he's made this year is, you know, it's for one, his weight. Obviously, he's managed his weight. That's his first time down to 49 in, you know, close to a year. You know, because he went up obviously at the end of middle of last year. I think Colin's done a really good job with weight, but also, you know, I think he's wrestling a lot smarter. He's just not. Sometimes he get a little wild out there and start throwing haymakers, but now I think he's more solid. He's learning how to ride, which is really important for him. You know, and I think he's only going to get better as long as he keeps his weight under control. He's only going to get better as the year goes along.
Sure, I spoke with him at one point last year after the season was done, when he had a little bit of a disappointing finish for him and everything. And I said, once you reinvent yourself, you will be fine. And I think he's clearly done that.
Right.
So, all right. So you had a number of other wrestlers. Right. Caden Dalton, Vic Allen, Charles Tisby, Jared Worley. I saw Charles come up with a couple pins in his first collegiate tournament.
Yeah. I mean, but all 4 of those guys competed hard. Especially hats off to Vic and Caden, who both placed in their first college tournament. So I was really, really happy with their effort. And
Vic was 4th, Caden was 6th.
Yep, absolutely. And Caden Caden, I think he kind of ran out of gas. Caden did. He made it to the semis, and then kind of did the semifinal slide, which is, you know, you obviously make the semis, and yeah, he lost 3 in a row. But, you know, he competed hard, and I think once he gets used to being down at that weight, he's gonna be fine. So.
Yeah. I think he would have liked to be on the other side of the bracket, so he didn't have to run into Colin Saunders in the semifinals.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Vic did a great job too. He battled hard. And both those guys are only gonna get better. All 4 of those guys, Worley and Charles Tisby as well too.
Sure. Talk about 157. Right. You got Austin Smith made it to the finals, finished second place. You had a Malik Barr in there. I think Malik might have won 1 match.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, won a match and everything. Austin, he had a tough match in the WNL match.
Right.
Bounced back and everything, got himself into the finals here.
Yeah, he's still trying. Obviously, Austin's been out for a year. You know, what I mean, close to a year. You know what I mean? So he's just still finding that he's finding his groove, and you know, and then not only did he not wrestle for almost a whole year. You know, going from 41 to 57 is a huge jump. Sure. You know what I mean? So just learning how to wrestle, it's a different pace. It's just a different style wrestling that high up. You know, and so I think he's still figuring things out. And I'm really confident. I mean, he actually had a takedown at the very end against the Greensboro kid. It's probably questionable. I thought he scored on it, but just one more second, he definitely would have scored on it. Mm-hmm. So. And would have won the match. So, and then obviously Malik Barr, he's continuing to get better and better. He lost his first one. I think he lost on a stall call in overtime, which, you know, that can't happen. You know, and it was a legit call. You know, he based on the rules, even though he was controlling the whole action, kid was about to go out of bounds, turned back in and shot Malik out, and you know, Malik's the first one to step out, and that was the second stall call. So, but you know, he's only gonna get better, and I'm excited about him.
Yep.
So.
He'll remember that.
Yeah,
he'll remember that. He'll remember that and not do it again, I'm sure. So, let's go on and talk about 165. Tolbert was out this tournament. You had Christian Haidt and Trevor Johnson, 2 guys in there, and Haidt came back, won a couple matches, ended placing 6th.
Right. Yeah. Did a great job. You know, I think he kind of followed the same path Caden did a little bit. Kind of ran out of gas. Just just didn't have a whole lot left in the tank, which is fine. You know, we'll improve on that, and he's got to make obviously some adjustments, and I think he's got to eat some more calories throughout the day, and you know, just keep his energy level high, which I don't think, which you know, as a young guy, you know, you just got to figure that part of it out. So he'll be okay though. I'm pretty confident in Christian, and I was really pleased with him placing his first college tournament as well too.
Sure, and it's a tough thing too. You mentioned the semifinals, and that semifinal match is such an emotional thing with wrestling, because you know, you win that match, you're in the finals. You're not going to do any worse than second.
Exactly.
You lose it, you've still got to go through a dogfight to get back to place 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th. So it's a hard thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and yeah, but he competed hard. I was proud of him. So
we didn't enter anybody into 74, 184. You had 3 guys in here. Braden Holmesy, he wrestled up against the Washington Elite duel, and then Jesse Carter and Pablo Zanastanovicius. I hope I got that right for you, Pablo and family. If I didn't, apologies.
Yeah. I mean, this was a disappointing weight, to be honest with you. I didn't think we wrestled well here at those weights at 84, and obviously didn't have any placers. And I thought going in that both had a really good shot at placing and placing high, but. Just back to the drawing board. We got to fix a few things, and I think they'll be okay.
Was Holmesy? Was it a matter of him getting down to weight? Was that
No, he does a really good job managing his weight. I just think some freshman mistakes. You know, I think he maybe, you know, the one match he was up right away, and I don't think he realized this. He had to get up and run over there and put his synchronic and scrap, and you know, just some freshman mistakes. You got to be, you know, you got to know where you are in the bracket, and you know, and obviously this is Averett's first tournament they've ever ran. So I think there was some hiccups, but you know, overall it was an awesome tournament. The guys did a good, you know, Tommy Owen did a great job there.
Great facility and everything. All right, so nobody at 197. 3 guys at heavyweight, including your champion Alvino Matthews. You know, Alvino lost a sudden victory match against WNL last weekend, but then he came back this weekend and won a sudden victory. It looks like he scored a takedown in the overtime.
Yeah. It wasn't really. It went to overtime, but I really felt like it was never in doubt. You know, I mean, I don't think the kid was really close to scoring Albino, and Albino was close a few times during the course of the match, and he did a great job though. You know, he stayed persistent and didn't beat himself like he did last week. He stayed in his positions where he's good. And you know, Albino's really hard to score on. He's getting off bottom very, very well this year, which in years past he's struggled with, and now he can ride a little bit too. So he's gonna be fine. And once his conditioning continues to get better, he's going to be all right. So
Well, we watched Alvino wrestle throughout his high school career. He went to the same high school as my son, and so we know him very well, and he's done a great job. So, two other guys, Tyler Michael and Johnny Araya, they both won a match. Michael had a pin. Araya had actually both those guys had a pin.
Right. Yeah. Both guys wrestled, I think, pretty well. Johnny, he'd make some of the same mistakes he did, earlier in the year. So he's got to fix that a little bit, and he's got to fix it in practice first. And Tyler, just the last match, I think he didn't really know the score, and that's obviously that's on him a little bit because you got to know in your head where you are in the match, but both guys are gonna be fine. They're working hard, and they're gonna clean up their mistakes for sure. So
good. All right, so what's next for you guys, Nate? Where are you going next?
This week's a big week. Saturday we wrestle at the Southeast Duels, which is up in Salem Civic Center. It's kind of our event, Ferrum College's event, and so we'll get 3 duels up there. We're gonna wrestle Lycoming, Otterbein, and Messiah. Yep, and 3 out of 3 teams in our region, and Lycoming and Messiah are always really good. So it's going to be, for us, it's going to be a good test.
Won our regional last year.
Yeah, by a lot, by landslide. So they lost a lot of seniors, but they're going to be, Coach Brunk always does a really good job of reloading, and then obviously Lycoming, they have a lot of seniors, and they're a good team. They didn't lose much from last year, and they were, I think, 2nd or 3rd last year.
3 coming back from the NCAA tournament.
Right. Yep, exactly. So they got then Otterbein's a upstart program and located in Columbus, Ohio, and they have I think they have 3 guys in the top 10 in the country, 3 or 4 guys in the top 20 in the country, and we'll get some really good tests. So
wrestling starts there for us 1, 3, and 5 in that order.
We go one. I think it's 145, 330, and 5:15. I think are the 3 rounds. We're off the first round just the way it worked out scheduling wise, and then the next day. Most of the guys that didn't wrestle the first day, and then some that actually did wrestle the first day, will wrestle in the second day as well on Sunday.
And that is the U.S. Marine Corps Star City Open and everything.
And then Southeast Duels is sponsored by Visit Blue Ridge Sports, which is they've been huge supporters of us to help us out with the NCAA tournament and the regional years past and the regional tournaments. Great resource, and obviously U.S. Marine Corps is top notch, man. They've sponsored this tournament the last 2 or 3 years, and just awesome sponsors.
Imagine the Marine Corps wanting to sponsor college wrestlers.
Yeah, it's a perfect fit, obviously.
Exactly. So, all right, well, Nate, listen, thank you so much for coming on the show. Yeah. When are we coming back to the next show?
I think probably the Monday after next weekend. After next week, and kind of go over right before Thanksgiving, go over the Southeast Duels, and a lot to talk about, obviously, and we're excited. So the guys are fired up, and then obviously after this week they're on Thanksgiving break, so a good time to rest and recover, and we're going to hit it hard this week. So
good. So we'll be back here, folks, on a week from today, on Monday, and we'll give you all that wrap up. And Coach, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks a lot, Gary.
Good luck this weekend.
Appreciate
We'll see you up there. And folks, that's a wrap on Ferrum Wrestling 411. We'll see you here next week.